5 years ago, two men made opposite bets on the future of professional golf. Phil Mickelson bet on LIV Golf, becoming its architect, its recruiter, and its public face. Tiger Woods bet on the PGA Tour, taking a seat on its policy board and chairing the committee that would redesign the sport's competitive model. In August 2026, the funding behind LIV Golf is ending. Phil Mickelson has not played since March, and Tiger Woods sits on the board of a tour he is physically unable to compete on. Both bets have collapsed in the same 8 months. This week, LIV Golf returns to Trump National Golf Club Bedminster in New Jersey from August 6th through the 9th. The league's third visit to that course in 5 years and its first in the New York region since 2023. For the previous 2 visits, the defining image was identical. In July 2022, at the inaugural event there, Donald Trump walked onto the driving range and greeted Phil Mickelson, and photographs captured the handshake. In 2023, Donald Trump again approached him before the first round, shook his hand, and gave him a slap on the shoulder. This week, he is not in the field. Scott Vincent fills his roster spot, and the captain of High Flyers Golf Club remains sidelined by what his representatives have described since early spring as a family health matter. One number frames this season. 1994 was the last year both Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson missed the first major of the season at Augusta National Golf Club, the year before Tiger Woods turned professional. In 2026, it happened again, with the 2 withdrawals arriving 2 days apart. Phil Mickelson has now missed all 4 majors in a single season for the first time in his career, and Tiger Woods has missed all 4 for the second straight year. How did 2 careers of that size arrive at the same place in the same 8 months? Start with Phil Mickelson and follow the calendar. On the 1st of February, he announced he would not play the openers in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and Adelaide, Australia. In a message posted across his social media pages, the 6-time major champion wrote, "I will not be able to participate in the first 2 LIV events as Amy and I need to be present for a family health matter." He added, "I can't wait to compete again and look forward to rejoining my teammates as soon as possible." Ollie Schniederjans replaced him in Riyadh. In mid-March, he played LIV Golf South Africa and tied for 48th. That is his only competitive appearance of the year. On the 2nd of April, he withdrew from the 90th Masters tournament. His statement read, "Unfortunately, I will not play in the Masters tournament next week and will be out for an extended period of time as my family continues to navigate a personal health matter." Chairman Fred Ridley answered with support, "We know how much Phil loves the Masters tournament, and he will be missed by everyone in Augusta next week." Phil Mickelson won the Masters in 2004, 2006, and 2010, and his withdrawal came 2 days after Tiger Woods announced he would also miss it. In May, his name briefly appeared in the PGA Championship field before the Professional Golfers Association of America confirmed his withdrawal within hours. Speaking to Flushing at Golf that week, he said, "I wish I could," then added, "I can't, unfortunately. I'm hoping to play the rest of the year after that, but I honestly don't know." In June, he did not appear at the United States Open. His 5-year exemption from the 2021 PGA Championship had expired. The United States Golf Association did not extend a special invitation for the return to Shinnecock Hills despite his 6 runner-up finishes there, and he did not file an entry to qualify. In July, his name stayed on the Open Championship entry list as a past champion, but he did not play. Now in August, he is absent from Bedminster. His LIV Golf profile still lists him as captain of High Flyers Golf Club with 3.55 points from South Africa. Across 6 months, the explanation has stayed identical, and no detail about the nature of the matter has ever been provided. Running alongside that absence is a separate and serious situation. On the 11th of June, Golf Digest reported that Phil Mickelson was no longer a member at the Farms Golf Club outside San Diego following an allegation from a female club employee. Citing multiple sources, the report said she accused him of non-consensual and inappropriate physical contact at the clubhouse before a round earlier in the spring. Golf Digest verified the employee, withheld her name to protect her privacy, and said she declined to participate. According to that reporting, she rejected his advances and told her supervisors. Club officials began a review, located him mid-round, and confronted him on the course, after which he was told to leave and departed before finishing. The Farms Golf Club provided a statement that reads in part, following a staff member report of member misconduct, the club provided immediate and ongoing support to the staff member, conducted a thorough independent investigation of the incident, and took decisive action. This individual is no longer a member of the Farms Golf Club. Citing staff privacy, the club declined further comment. Multiple sources there confirmed the individual was Phil Mickelson. His side matters. A spokesperson said any misunderstanding has been cleared up. Phil continues to attend to a family health matter and is uncertain when he will be able to return to professional golf. Tom Clare, a leading defamation attorney, said on the 7th of June that he represented the golfer and asserted the account was squarely contradicted by objective video evidence. No video was produced when his team was given the opportunity. And Golf Digest reported none existed because there were no cameras in that area. The club confirmed there is no footage of any direct interaction between the parties. Tom Clare did not specify which allegations, if any, were false. On the 10th of June, he added that there was a great deal of misinformation circulating and that his client is determined to hold accountable any publication or individual trafficking in speculation or false rumors. After publication, a spokesperson confirmed he resigned his membership. The San Diego County Sheriff's Office said it had received no reports of sexual assault at the club, stating, "At this time, we have not located any evidence to show an assault has occurred. The Sheriff's Office would absolutely investigate further if provided additional evidence or information. No charges have been filed." Golf Digest also reported the two situations are separate and that the family health matter is unrelated to the club episode. Inside the clubhouse is a display of the athletes most associated with the club, including Xander Schauffele, Charlie Hoffman, and Chris Riley, plus Michael Jordan as the only non-golfer. A spokesperson confirmed the display honoring Phil Mickelson is gone. LIV Golf New York features 57 players across 13 teams of 4+5 wildcards in 4 rounds of stroke play from shotgun starts. The purse is approximately $30 million, $20 million for individual play, and $10 million for the team competition, with $4 million to the winner. The field holds 13 major champions with 23 majors between them. The Tom Fazio design debuted in 2004 and plays to 7,651 yards. The second longest course of the season behind only Trump National Washington District of Columbia. Since 2023, it has been lengthened by more than 125 yards through new tees at the 9th, 13th, and 16th holes. 33 players from that field return. Cameron Smith defends the title he won there, still the largest winning margin in league history, at 12 under to beat Anirban Lahiri by 7 strokes. Asked about returning, he said, "It's always nice going back to a place you've played well before." Thunderstorms are forecast all 4 rounds. Saturday at a 69% chance of precipitation, with coverage on Fox and Fox 1. Jon Rahm is closing in on a 3rd consecutive individual championship. But his lead over Bryson DeChambeau shrank by more than 100 points after LIV Golf United Kingdom, where he tied for 23rd. His first finish outside the top 20 in any of the 35 regular season tournaments he has completed. Lucas Herbert arrives off a record 30 under win there, his second wire-to-wire victory in 4 starts. Ripper Golf Club swept both trophies and sits less than 3 points behind Four Aces Golf Club, and that team won its first trophy at Bedminster in 2023. Tyrrell Hatton has finished first in Andalusia and second in the United Kingdom. 2 events remain, and Indianapolis and Michigan. A larger question hangs over all of it. The Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia is ending its financial support after this season. Chief Executive Scott O'Neill is expected to address the media about a restructuring plan, new capital, and possible ownership, and earlier reporting indicated players and vendors had gone unpaid for weeks. Reported sale figures range from roughly $200 to $300 million, and a group connected to Jared Kushner and Joshua Kushner has been mentioned. Reporting explicitly states Jared Kushner is not a buyer, and that his private equity firm, Affinity Partners, recently received a $2 billion investment from the same fund that finances the league. Everything beyond that documented connection is speculation. Phil Mickelson was the league's architect and frontman, and the league he built may not exist in its current form by the time he is ready to play again. Now turn to Tiger Woods, whose absence has an entirely different cause. In March of 2025, he ruptured his left Achilles tendon training at home and had surgery to repair it. In October, he underwent a lumbar disc replacement at the L4 and L5 level of his spine. He said, "The scans determined that I had a collapsed disc in L4-5, disc fragments, and a compromised spinal canal." That was his 7th back procedure after a spinal fusion in 2017. He has not made a PGA Tour start since the 2024 Open Championship at Royal Troon. At the Genesis Invitational in February, he confirmed he had progressed to hitting full shots and did not rule out the Masters. Asked whether Augusta was off the table, he answered no. By March. At a TGO match, the tone had shifted. "Sometimes I have good days, sometimes I have bad days. Disc replacement is not a lot of fun," he said. "I've had a lot of procedures prior to that, so the body doesn't quite heal like it was when I was 24. He deferred to teammates Max Homa, Tom Kim, Akshay Bhatia, and Kevin Kisner for the finals. On the 27th of March, he was arrested on charges of driving under the influence after a rollover crash near his home on Jupiter Island, Florida. He has pleaded not guilty to driving under the influence, refusal to submit to a lawful test, and property damage. 5 days later, he announced he was stepping away. "I know and understand the seriousness of the situation I find myself in today," he wrote. "I am stepping away for a period of time to seek treatment and focus on my health." He then completed a reported 90-day rehabilitation and pain management program in Switzerland tied to strong analgesics. He missed all 4 majors for the 2nd straight year and confirmed in April he will not captain the United States team at the 2027 Ryder Cup in Ireland. The most recent legal development came when a judge approved a request for his prescription medication records. Under a protective order keeping the details private, his legal team argued his medical information should stay private, while prosecutors called the documents relevant to whether medication played a role. Ernie Els is why this conversation restarted. The 4-time major champion revealed that Tiger Woods has been asking about the senior circuit. "He's always welcome, he knows that," Ernie Els said. "We had the discussion about the Champions Tour, and he asked me about it, and he started warming to it." He continued, "He's a busy guy, he's got a lot of responsibility, he's always been very busy, shifting around the last 4 or 5 years. He added, "I'll keep knocking on his door." Ernie Els has been recruiting publicly since August of 2025. "I've said, please come play." He will get himself in golf shape. You can ride a cart without any shame, and if there was one guy that should be able to drive a cart, it's him. His message to his old rival was blunt: beat us again if you can. Then the practical argument: it doesn't help him to finish 70th on the regular tour, not really getting proper reps. He can shoot 66. Get your confidence up. Make those birdie putts under the gun. Tiger Woods turned 50 in December, making him eligible for the PGA Tour Champions. He explained the appeal at the Genesis Invitational. "I've had a fused back and now a disc replacement, so it's challenging," he said. "And now I entered a new decade, so that number is starting to sink in and has us thinking about the opportunity to be able to play in a cart." Then came the key distinction. "That's something that, as I said, I won't do out here on this tour because I don't believe in it. But on the Champions Tour, that's certainly that opportunity." Walking 72 holes has become one of the largest obstacles in his recovery, and he is now negotiating with his own standards. The PNC Championship in December, played alongside his son Charlie Woods, allows carts and is the softest re-entry, and he played it in a cart in 2024. A Hero World Challenge appearance is possible. Analysts point to the Masters in April of 2027 as the real target, where his lifetime invitation as a 5-time champion protects his place. Broadcaster Rich Lerner recalled asking Ernie Els before the 2011 United States Open how the dominance of Tiger Woods affected the tour. Ernie Els described a conversation with his father during the run of 2000. About 2000, my own father, he said to me, "Why don't you stand up to that man?" And I said to my own father, I said, "You have no idea what we're dealing with." Rich Lerner said that answer captured the period exactly, as if Tiger were a force of nature, like a tsunami, that couldn't be handled. And he was. 2 icons, 2 absences, 2 different causes. One is an undisclosed family health matter combined with a reputational crisis and no return date. The other is a body at the end of its runway belonging to a competitor who has not used the word retired. The symmetry is in the bets. Phil Mickelson placed the final chapter of his career on LIV Golf, and that league is being restructured or sold while he is not even on the property at Bedminster. Tiger Woods placed his on the PGA Tour and now chairs its future competitions committee, redesigning a model with promotion and relegation arriving from 2028 that he formally approved and cannot play in. So, which happens first? Does Phil Mickelson tee it up in a professional event again? Or does Tiger Woods?